Hi, welcome to Plan With Me, May 2020. My name is Cal Bell, and this is my first YouTube video. So for this month, I decided to do something sunny. I wanted to do a little sunflower theme, and I ended up throwing in a couple of bees here and there. For the layout, I used Tombow dual brush pens. The yellow main petal is the 55. Then I used the black, which the number is N15, and the center for the sunflower is brown, which is 977. I also used a Crayola Supertip that doesn't have a name or number on it, but it's part of the 50 pack as the second petal color. And then I used the Pigma Microns to do the outlining of everything. I'm not very good at drawing flower petals, but I think I really like how it came out this time. This is just the entry page to the month, so I just drew half a sunflower with a couple of little bees and their little zippy patterns, and then I wrote out May in this not too difficult but interesting looking font that I just looked for on Pinterest. And I did a little shading with the two different yellow colors in each letter. Okay, on these next two pages, it's my full calendar layout for the month. I like to do a full 2-page with this because I like a lot of space to write things. I don't always do all of my week layouts right at the same time, so it's nice to keep track of things on this spread so that I can transfer it over to the weekly layouts as I do them. And I gotta keep track of hours for work and things like that. And I just like looking everything at a whole month at a glance. It's just, I don't know, it's just the way my brain works. But you'll see that I did a couple of little sunflowers in each corner here. And then there's also another bee. And then on the left side of the page, there's 3 medium-sized circles that I'll be using to track my Instagram and YouTube and TikTok if you want to see me do silly things there. Again, I use the same Pigma Micron pens. I have the 3, the 5, and the 8, but I think I mostly use the 3 and the 5 for this layout. And then all the same yellows and black and brown. Also on the smaller sunflowers like this, I did do a bunch of little dots in the middle of them. I thought that made them a little bit more accurate, but I didn't think it would look good on the big picture, so I only did it on the small ones. now that everything else on the page is pretty much done, I went in and numbered all of my days for the month and then panicked because I thought that I didn't make the right amount of boxes. And I was like, no. But no, it turned out to be right. I just had to flip back to my future log and check the dates and realize there was 31 days and not 30 days. So that's just me being silly. Up at the top, I decided to go in with the Crayola Supertip, kind of do a little highlight strip above each box to write the days in. And I didn't really keep the same font throughout the book. I don't like that font as much when it's smaller. It didn't look as cute. I tried to pencil it out before and it just looked weird, so I just went with sort of my regular handwriting on that. These next two pages are a couple of my favorites. I did get the idea from another bullet journal YouTuber by the name of Dark Sunlight, but they've turned out to be some of my favorite pages in my journals because this first page are my favorites for the month. So it's things like my favorite songs that I heard, or movies or shows that I watched, books that I read, meals that I ate, which is a fun thing to track because you get really bored eating the same food, and it's good to go back and be like, oh, we haven't had that meal in a while and we really liked that, so let's make it again. And the second page is memories. So I have a little Canon IV printer that prints pictures from my phone via Bluetooth, and then the backs of them are sticky. You just peel them and you can stick them right down to the page. It's a lot of fun. It's not very expensive. And so then I have a whole page of pictures of things that happened throughout the month, and that's always one of my very favorite pages to look back at. These are also really quick pages to make. And I find when I don't have these pages in my month, like I didn't have them last month, I really miss them. It's a really fun place to track things. And then the last 2-page spread you're going to see is my first weekly layout. I did another couple of sunflowers in the corners. I didn't draw any bees on these pages, but after I was all done filming, I remembered that I had bee washi tape, so I did put a little bit of that on here. But I just stuck with my same colors, and then I recently started not trying to make sure that it was a week. Like normally I would start my weekly layout on a Sunday to Saturday. Every 2 pages it would have to be Sunday through Saturday so that the same week was on those 2 pages. But last month, and I continued it to this month, I just started with the first day of the month and it didn't matter what day it was. So this month starts on a Friday, so this layout's going to start on a Friday. I tend to like horizontal layouts. I feel like it gives me more room to write. I've tried verticals and they're okay, but like if I really want to write stuff out, this just seems to work better for my handwriting, I guess. And please excuse my fingernails. Times being what they are, I can't really get to the salon, and I have a couple of acrylics still stuck on there with some color, so I'm not super happy that that's on the internet, but you know, it is what it is. So after I get all of the days written out, there's a couple of little stripes at the bottom. They have no purpose. I'm not tracking anything on them. I just thought that they would look cute and kind of make it more stripey on the page, which made it look like that B yellow and black stripe. This is the only layout I'm going to do in the video because, like I said earlier, I don't necessarily do them all out ahead of time. I sort of usually do them a week at a time. If you'd like to see what I end up doing for the rest of the month, you can follow me over on Instagram at curvykcreations. I'll post any updates on there. I'll just post a picture of the layout, especially if I do anything different, because even as I'm talking now, I'm thinking of something fun to do. And that black stripe is where I put the washi tape that I later found after I was done filming. I will go back through and erase all of the pencil lines on all of my pages. I just didn't really think you guys wanted to see all of that. But you know, let me know if you do. I'll erase all day for you. Now it's at this point that I go to the future log and I write in the name of the month with whatever color I was using for the theme. And I usually transfer whatever I've written for that month onto my 2-page calendar, but the only thing there has been canceled, so there's nothing to transfer. So now it's time for my final flip through. If you like what you saw here, please feel free to like, comment, just violently smash the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, head on over to my Instagram to see any updates from me. Stay safe, stay home. Bye guys.